Hey you guys, I just want to share my own thoughts and predictions about future One Piece chapters. I'm just going to start by talking about Big Mom and Totland. One, like I said in previous videos, I never believed in this all-happy race species utopia that she was trying to establish. I definitely think it's a mask for even darker, grimmer things. And I wouldn't be surprised if most of the citizens of Totland were forced or kidnapped to be there. I mean, this is the same Yonko where people said the demons of hell would attend her parties if she asked them to. This is the same Yonko where people said if you didn't attend her tea parties or if you didn't attend a party or invitation of hers, you'd regret it the day after. Who's to say that this same Yonko didn't just send crew members to collect people of different species and races and just simply force them to be in Thailand? This is the same Yonko who sent subordinates out to collect ingredients in various places and countries, and they caused massive destruction just to get these ingredients. This is the same Yonko who is literally destroying and eating her own buildings and her own capital of her own kingdom because she didn't get it. This is the same Yonko that killed her own son because he got in her way. He was trying to calm her down. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone there was forced or kidnapped to be there simply because she wanted them to. Furthermore, if it's not even that, I wouldn't be surprised if Totland really isn't this kingdom in a sense, but it's more of this all-she-can-eat buffet of people and species and races. I mean, for her, I don't know. Maybe for her, fishmen taste better than humans, or giants taste better than something else, or, long-leg tribes, long-arm tribes, mink tribes. Maybe there's particular taste that she has in species and races, and she just wanted to have them all together on these big group of islands where she could easily get food where she wanted to. And the citizens just don't know it. And that's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't. Also, there's definitely something weird going on with the talking trees, the talking umbrellas, and the talking suns and clouds. That's definitely the work of some devil fruit. It has to be. It has to be. Moving on from Big Mom, as far as Yonko, Marines, double agents, we haven't seen Green Bull yet. We've seen a silhouette of him or her, and personally, I think it would be very interesting if Green Bull is actually a double agent for Kaido. And I know a lot of people, they're probably shaking their heads furiously no. And I don't think it's too far-fetched. We've had Virgo, a Vice Admiral, be a double agent for Shichibukai, ex-Celestial Dragon, Doflamingo. That's not too far-fetched, especially for a Shichibukai. If a Shichibukai can have double agents in the Marines, who's at Vice Admiral level, imagine a Yonko with double agents in the Marines. And I don't think Kaido's likely to have double agents in Marines, but it would be real cool if Green Bull was a double agent for Kaido. Although that's very unlikely. Who I definitely think is more likely to have more double agents is Big Mom. She is way more likely. The fact that she marries off her own daughters and sons to people for power and to have them become part of her own crew and family, I think she's way more likely. We've seen the extent to how much she marries off her own family members. We've seen that she's trying to get Sanji and Pudding to be married so she can get Germa 66 to be a part of her crew. We've seen that basically she has one of her fishmen or mer daughters to actually marry Aladdin. So Jinbei and his crew were a part of her crew. And there's probably other marriages in the works that we don't even know about. She probably has a crap ton of Marines in there actually being double agents for her. And I just think the only person that's winning as far as powers go, Big Mom is definitely winning as far as political powers go, since she's marrying off a lot of her daughters and a lot of her sons to these groups and making them be loyal through marriage. I think she's definitely solidifying her own power that way. Kaido, he may have an army of smiles and artificial Zoan Devil Fruit users, but we still don't know the drawbacks of smiles. We still don't know the side effects, and with everything there is bad side effects. So as powerful as an army of artificial Zoans seem, it still doesn't equate to having the most power. Also, let me see. Luffy and the Yonko. I don't see Luffy being able to beat Big Mom or Kaido anytime soon. And if the new opening in the anime is anything to go by, Kaido casually clashed a normal punch with Luffy's Gear 4 King Kong gun. If that's anything to go by, he's nowhere near ready to face Kaido. And I don't think he's anywhere near ready to face Big Mom. Because even though it's in the manga, she's seen to throw some tremendous punches. She's seen to take the freaking lifespan of people. She's on a different level. And I think that she's probably the closest one for Luffy to defeat right now. But even then, he's still not going to be able to beat her anytime soon. I think we're going to need a separate arc with Germa 66 and Luffy, clashing with them and developing his own powers before he even thinks about facing Big Mom. As for Kaido, a lot of people have been talking about how it's going to be Luffy, Eustace, Law, and Marco. And I think a lot of people are jumping the gun here with Marco. Because even though Marco is the only one out of them capable of actually going toe-to-toe with Kaido, I don't think people should put a lot of bank into him, because we still have this variable, called Edward Weeble. He's still trying to hunt down Marco, and he is apparently very strong. Even Kizaru said his power is equivalent to Whitebeard in his youth, in his prime. And if Edward Weeble is that strong, we could possibly see Marco losing. We could possibly see Marco being killed. So a lot of people, when they just start jumping on the bandwagon, adding Marco to the fight with Kaido, we still have to see how things roll over with Marco versus Edward Weeble, which we haven't even seen happen yet, which we're not even sure is going to happen yet. But I think it's a lot more likely that Edward Weeble's going to find Marco. They're going to fight. Marco might lose. Because I think a lot of people have hyped Marco up, and as strong as Marco is, as great as Marco is, and as great as his physical feats have been shown in the Marineford, and as far as the praise he's received by the Gorosei, it just ain't adding up. The Gorosei said he and the remainder of the Whitebeard Pirates were able to stop Blackbeard, that they were one of the only few people capable of doing it. Post-time skip, we see they didn't do squat. They still lost. When we see that Edward Weeble completely annihilated the remaining pieces and factions of the ex-Whitebeard Pirates, and that he's hunting down Marco. So the Whitebeard Pirates are barely hanging in there. They're barely hanging in there. And Marco is the only sole strong guy I think I can see left here. And with the hype that Edward Weeble's been getting, I don't see him coming out of this well. I don't see him being able to actually help Luffy for Kaido. I don't. As far as plot goes, I think that if Edward Weeble takes out Marco, we might see another arc where Luffy tries to take on Edward Weeble. And hopefully Luffy comes out stronger because of that. I don't know how I rank it or what order it would go. Like, I think we would have to focus on Germa 66 since they're closer. They seem closer, more relevant to the plot right now. Since we're dealing with Sanji, Big Mom, Germa 66, and a lot of other things going on, I think before we even get to Kaido, we still have to deal with Germa 66 and Sanji and figure out how we can actually work Edward Weeble and Marco into the whole thing, and actually see if we can actually get or squeeze a plot out of, squeeze an arc out of Edward Weeble. As far as other characters, I don't know. Like, hopefully in the next few chapters we see some more elaboration on what happened at the Revolutionary base or Revolutionary headquarters, and hopefully we see Blackbeard make his appearance in the manga, his actual appearance, and not just references and not just news stories, but we actually hear it. And we actually figure out what happened, what's the condition of Blackbeard and his crew. I want to see how everybody looks in the post-time skip, because some characters have had drastic changes, some characters have not changed at all. We've seen Jesus Burgess become this freaking huge, hulking, muscular dude. I mean, pre-time skip, he was muscular, but he wasn't as ripped as he is now. And I want to see what happened to everyone else. Definitely, I want to see what happened with Sabo, with Dragon. What is their condition? What happened to the Revolutionaries? Because things just doesn't seem too good. A lot of people predicted that the Revolutionaries just had got up and left in the nick of time. And I definitely think that that's the case. But I would like to see some type of reassurance there. Because there's a lot of things going on in One Piece, and we have no type of elaboration on it. And I'm still trying to figure out what type of punishment Jinbei has drawn up. I personally think he's going to be severely damaged and mutilated. That's my own personal prediction. Because he's not getting off the hook with this. He might lose an arm or a leg. I really want him to lose a little bit of his lifespan, because that seems to be the most plot-relevant thing to happen. Like Jinbei using the last of his lifespan to ensure that Luffy becomes Pirate King, rather than him losing an arm or a leg and diminishing his own physical abilities. This is all I have. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I know I'm not really the most eloquent person as far as explaining these things, but, I try.